Hello there and welcome to our second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV. This Monday, the 22nd day of December 2025. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House on Nile Avenue. Shortly I'll be joined by Senyomo Yusuf on sign language, and I'm Rukidi Kiijjanangoma. We begin this bulletin in Masaka, where President Museveni has directed Masaka district leaders to present a detailed report on allegations of intimidation of NRM supporters by opposition rivals. Speaking during a campaign rally in Masaka City on Monday, the NRM woman member of parliament contestant for Masaka district, Justine Namere, earlier told the president about her supporters being intimidated.
Masaka residents and NRM supporters flocked to Liberation Square in Masaka to listen to the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's 7-point manifesto. Museveni directed district leaders to provide a comprehensive report on allegations of voter intimidation after the NRM candidate contesting for woman MP Masaka, Justine Namere, raised the matter.
Baba tisa police tuyamba chitono jajja gwe commander in chief take charge tukoye voter intimidation ey'abantu b'NRM tata tukoye abantu b'NRM okutisibwa ne balemera mu mayumba ne bagana okujja okuwa akalu. Take charge, my good boss and my leader.
Intimidation okukangakanga mumpandike report ana atisizo Muntu jagala report mugenda kulaba ekikwekoto kyengenda kukola buli atisa omuna Uganda ngenda kumukwata muteeka abantu ate bwe bagala kukwatana mu ngalo mugenda kulaba amaanyi agali wano.
Museveni also directed the town clerk of Masaka to stop extortion of money from the traders in form of unnecessary taxes.
N'abamagombora yonna gye bali sagala kudda mukulira empooza y'abanaku. Era bwe nawulira empooza y'abanaku ngenda kugoba town clerk nengoba owegombora yenna nengoba ow'omuluka yenna ali okumpi.
The president laughed at opposition MPs for making Masaka residents sign government programs, yet they get salary from government.
Abamu babagumaza babagamba nti bya gavumenti mubizire. Walwa abagamba nti bazire entegeka za gavumenti timulidde okusomesa okwo nti muzire nti emwanyi zigenda simanya mini ya nkumbi. Aba opposition abo balina obulwadde ate bananfuusi banamululu kubanga bo esente za parliament z'emisala tebazira.
District leaders commended Museveni for development of Masaka City.
A lot of clear gains to protect. Number one, security. You know we had the Bijambia insurgency. President Museveni nipped it in the bud. He has aligned security. You don't come to Masaka and play any games. People work at night.
Genda muwa akalulu kaffe mu Masaka kake yakola enguudo wabula banna Masaka kyemba kubiriza tubulamu kimu buyo.
Banga dene ne Major David Mwanga Kibirango nga tuyambako project eno bwatulabirira nti mukole bwe muti.
Tuesday, December 23rd, Museveni will campaign in Gomba and Sembabule districts. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Masaka.
NRM leaders from Bukoma Simbi district have expressed gratitude to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for leading the gospel of wealth creation that has seen them fully embrace coffee growing. They say this has changed their lives to the extent that poverty is nearly becoming history in the area. As President Museveni campaigned in the area, one of the main requests was more value addition and coffee farming equipment. Henry Okrot reports.
Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is a peaceful man. He fought for our peace. So I'm quite sure that this time around we are going to win all.
This expression of love for the NRM and its presidential candidate, Yoweri Museveni, did not come out of the blue. His propagation of the coffee-growing gospel has changed people's livelihoods.
When you look at Bukoma Simbi this time, everyone is okay, is doing his work very well. We are growing coffee, we are selling coffee, we are earning money. We thank the president that has promoted the products by first of all providing the Bukoma Simbi people with seedlings. At least that one, we have the best quality coffee. And then we have also got market those that people are able to access.
Bukoma Simbi is the #1 leading producer of coffee, and the Kalungu is #2, and we are neighboring districts. So you have passed around and see people have changed their lives. There are so many new houses around. If you have passed around, every homestead has a car, they have motorcycles. People's lives have changed.
This is just one of the reasons why the people here have affirmed their support for the ruling party.
He has not just given us seedlings, but he also gave us electricity. We have electricity everywhere, and we have. It has enabled us to have coffee factories almost to every town. So we are very happy, and we are eager to welcome our good friend and our president, our candidate.
And we are to win with the 95%. According to the strategy we started with.
Everybody who knows that he's in diaspora, please come back home. We have to protect our gains. Remember that we who are staying in diaspora, there is no enough peace as we have here in Uganda.
As for the NRM party, it is all hope for overwhelming victory come January 15th, 2026.
Bukoma Simbi is now yellow because the people have appreciated and have realized that they made a mistake in 2021. They have vowed not to make that mistake again. They are going to vote for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and all the NRM flag bearers.
When you compare with the peace we have in Uganda here, there's a big difference. So I call upon everybody, please come on back home and we support our candidate, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Protecting the gains remains the campaign slogan for the ruling National Resistance Movement. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Thanks, Henry, for that story there. Now, the Alliance for National Transformation presidential candidate, General retired Muntu has ended his campaign on a high note in Ntungamo, his home district, with residents promising to support him in the 2026 general elections. Muntu rallied Hoima County residents to reflect and vote for leaders with Uganda's best interests at heart. Haruna Mtesa Sira gives us more.
Alliance for National Transformation presidential candidate General retired Muntu has concluded campaigns in his home district of Ntungamo with campaigns in Hoima County.
kora no manya ngo kintu kikirizamu no ba wayemerera manka bakura ngo yesimbere ngo bamugure ngo yesimbere ngo bamugure nembuzi nenkoko nentama niki kora ta kwikiriza umkwebembera abantu kumomuka kora na sente gendo shubure gendo opanse duka okuzebye kono kuzotungese gendo orise gendo hinje gendo shube.
Muntu addressed his first rally at Sofia, Uganda, Rwanda border, spreading his message of peaceful change.
Amana gariyo muri mwe tigari muri gariyo muri mwe
agent baru
kashimani
kunu
samura cyakora akarum kajya unakabebembeza akaruna kanye nimo mkwenda kurgombizo ebikucira bwi abebembeza bona bashari ngo bona babashuma
He said Uganda needs another president after 4 decades of NRM rule and his ideal candidate among the 8 contestants.
So we keep raising this issue with the people here in this sub-region to learn from history and hopefully to be able to intervene meaningfully to avoid political crisis in this country, so that they can be part and parcel of the change process where we can see a president peacefully retire. That's the only way they could avoid, we can avoid as a people.
In Hoima Town Council, Nyachira and Chitwe, when elected president, Muntu pledged to prioritize agriculture and push for unified development for all.
Tugarizeho cooperative bank, ninga bank yabegise. Sona bank eyabahinge n'abariza n'abashubi abantu mbakwaza kwiha sente ezamagoba agahanze
74 votes, representative 0.65%. Haruna Mutesasira, UBC News.
National Unity Platform NUP President Robert Kyagulanyi has rallied Makindye Division residents to vote him president, promising to unite all Ugandans. He asked them to support all NUP flag bearers come 2026 general elections.
The National Unity Platform President Robert Kyagulanyi has spent the day in Makindye Division canvassing for votes for his presidential bid.
Chishuku, Kamalakana, Kasanda, Chikuwa Mutwe, Namuongo, Samia Estate, Chibuli. Nzijamasogambwe, Nambasaba, Mwampasa Chibuga, President Amazenda Kutega Mushta. Mwampasa Chibuga.
Tubategeza nga tunoonya akalulu ya Uganda empya eyina enguudo ennungi. Omukulu na mumanyi Honorable Isaac Tomusange okuva Emityana.
In Makindye, Kyagulanyi rallied residents to vote him as president, promising to unite all Ugandans. He asked them to support all NUP flag bearers.
Nabagamba mukwate bendera eno, bendera ne mugikwata. Nabagamba temukwata bifaananyi bya Kyagulanyi. Toyimba linnya lya Kyagulanyi, yimba Uganda. Tokwata kifaananyi kya Kyagulanyi, kwata bendera ya Uganda. Mumanyi lwaki nabagamba bwetyo? Mwenya zaala mwenya, bimba zaala bimba. Bimba bali mwezo bimba. Zikube bali mwezo zikube. Zikube bali mwezo zikube. Nayaga Katonda tuli mu kibuga eky'eggwanga ekikulu. Ne bw'obuuza omuntu yenna ani yali alinnye ku train wano mu Uganda.
Further, Kyagulanyi condemned security officers for blocking some of his supporters from accessing his campaign venues. However, despite heavy security deployment, there was relative order in Kyagulanyi's campaign rallies. Joseph Chigozigola and Jamil Sekaja reporting for UBC.
As presidential candidates market manifestos to the electorate ahead of the 2026 general elections, residents of Kalamba Town Council in Kasanda district have shared views on what the next president should consolidate as he takes office. The residents decry poor waste management, poor roads and high taxes on fuel. We have more in this story.
Owekitiibwa president anaddako yenna sigambe president kyobachi anaddako yenna kyoba ino sooka okulwanirira sooka olwanirire eggwanga abantu ba wansi.
Kati essaawa eno tuli mu Kalamba, mu kibuga Kalamba, naye Kalamba ono ali mu kisenyi ajjula amazzi, mujjulamu amazzi naye tulonda abakulembeze ebintu by'abantu bifa naye abakulembeze tebayambako ku bantu abo kubateerako ku mwalo ogwo gutambuza amazzi ago.
This is Kalamba Town Council in Kasanda district. The district faces growing population due to gold mining and stone quarrying. Residents decry of poor waste management which they claim threatens their health.
Eza no tuyambako mu kasasiro kuba tulina ebitundu ebisinga tebirina mazzi, amazzi matono nnyo. Olwa tuli mu town council amasannyalaze matono, enguudo zaffe zonna mbi.
Bodaboda riders at Mirembe stage appealed for an alternative livelihood or subsidized motorcycles at a lower price of at least 6 million as well as fuel prices.
Emisolo gino gye bateeka banaye ku booda za looni kisuse kibadde twetaagisibwa oba piki ng'esobola okubeera kuba kiringa eggwera mu miliyoni 7 oba eyakkaasa eri mu 6.
Meanwhile, women working on the roadside demand a market because many of their customers are knocked down by overspeeding cars as they cross to buy their commodities.
Kulembeze batuyambe batufunire we batuteeka tuli ku makubo bakasitoma baffe tebalina we bayemerera nga batugulako. Tulina mu buzibu bw'amaanyi kati ebidduka abayitawo oluusi olyawo oli mu kulenga bintu ab'ebidduka oluusi batomedde kasitoma.
Reporting for ABC TV, Helen Barbara.
The National Council of Sports has received official instruments of power from Turkish firm Suma in a technical handover of Hoima City Stadium to government. Now this precedes the official opening ceremony to be graced by President Yoweri Museveni on Wednesday, December 24th this week. John Barnes-Sentamu reports.
All is set for the official opening of the Hoima City Stadium this Wednesday by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni. This after a technical handover of instruments of power by contractor Turkish firm Suma to National Council of Sports, which under the new law superintends over all public sports infrastructure.
Technical handover means from today, National Council of Sports has added into its asset registry another property we are calling Hoima City Stadium, on top of other properties we have. And now we, as owners on behalf of government, we take responsibility to provide management oversight, to ensure it is maintained and used for the right purposes, but also to make money and use it as a national pride for this country.
The technical handover of certificates from key stakeholders and international federations signifies that the stadium is satisfactorily constructed and ready for use. The technical handover was preceded by a tour around the stadium that proved that the facility is ready to host AFCON 2027, for which it was principally constructed.
We were privileged to have a very strong and committed contractor in MS Suma, who worked tirelessly. Most of you who have been in Hoima, you have seen them work day and night to deliver this facility. We gave MS Suma 18 months to build the stadium, but they delivered it in much less time. By 13 months, they were just finalizing and doing the technical certification of the facility. So in approximately now, 15 months, we have the facility well finished ahead of time, which is very commendable I think this is the first time a contractor in Uganda has delivered a facility in such great speed and to very good quality.
Hoima City Stadium, that houses a 20,000-seater stadium full with a world standard running track and can also host rugby, will officially be opened by President Yoweri Museveni this Wednesday.
His Excellency the President has been steadfast, one, in helping Uganda win the bid in rallying all the other presidents of the other two countries. And secondly, he took the decision, he directed that MS Suma, we have a presidential directive that single-sourced Suma as the contractor because we want the contractor who could deliver the project in time.
It's an architectural work sat on 16.8 hectares and has an indoor arena and outside facilities to cater for basketball, volleyball, athletics and aquatics. National Council of Sports for Government is the client, while Ministry of Works and Transport were the supervising consultants.
John Barnes Center more reporting there. Now still with sports news, and the wait is over. Uganda Cranes return to action tomorrow against Tunisia in their AFCON Group C showdown. Another team has wrapped up their final training session and say they are ready for the battle ahead. Our reporter Ntungamo is in Rabat and sent us this story.
First training session for the national team, the Cranes, and the players are being taken through their paces to ensure that they are ready to play against Asia. Well, we spoke to Alan Okello earlier on, and he says the team is ready.
I believe everyone is now ready to, to get the few things to go on tomorrow, and just to give 100%. We believe that we'll need to fight and give 100% tomorrow, and we see the result coming. But we don't know what comes after, but we just need to fight and go. One of the biggest tournaments in the world. I'm really so grateful to be here, and like you said, my first tournament, my first biggest tournament, the AFCON. I would say, me as a player, I would need to, just to get my mind right, focus, and do the needful from the technical team that they want us to do.
As Uganda will be playing against Tunisia, Tanzania will equally be playing against Nigeria. Former captain Dennis Onyango rallied the fans to come through and support the team to ensure that they get victory in this particular game.
The spirit is high. You'll see it in the training. The boys are really motivated because the last AFCON that we played was in Egypt, and that's a couple of years back. So different generation of players, new players in the team, a lot of youngsters. And the target is, of course, to first go to the next round, which is the last 16, qualify from the group, because that was the last time we made it. But one game at a time, different task tomorrow with our neighbors in the group makes it very difficult. But it's a game of football that we need to really give our best and try and make the nation proud.
Alan Okello, Denson Nyango, everyone in the Ugandan camp is ready to put up a challenge against Tunisia. The fans have been rallied to give all they can in terms of support. Ngabo Emon reporting for UBC TV in Rabat, Morocco.
And we do wish Uganda Cranes all the best as they battle Tunisia tomorrow. The Vice President, Jessica Lupo, has expressed concern over companies selling mangoes to the factory at 100,000 shillings per bag, which she said undermines the purpose of supporting smallholder farmers. She was at Soroti Fruit Processing Factory following reports that it had been inactive for months. The factory quality assurance manager, Felix Sangeki, clarified that the factory had delayed fruit reception due to a technical issue with the orange washing system.
The major reason why I'm here is because for the last 2 weeks, I've been getting messages Some from the farmers I know, some from the farmers I don't know. From my phone, that the machine here has failed. Farmers have nowhere to take their oranges and mangoes. So farmers want to riot, farmers want to demonstrate. Persistent messages for the last 2 weeks. So I wanted first to know from the managing director, is it true that the factory is non-functional? You in charge of quality assurance, you go there and tell us, is it true that it is non-functional? Because that's why I'm here. These days of .com, anyone sends a message to the vice president's phone, including some fruits, they send to me pictures of fruits which are rotting. Is it true that the factory is non-functional?
Excellency, it is not true that the factory is non-functional. Actually, right now, if you had the opportunity to move around, you'd see that the factory is working. The factory is functional, but it is just as the RCC has noted that we delayed to start reception of fruits because of a technical machine error. We had to import that spare part for the orange crushing line. It's a washing system for oranges, so we had to import it from as far as Korea. So the spare has now arrived, and the factory.
The spare now is inside there or in Entebbe?
The spare is here. It's working
in the factory.
Yes.
And they have already fixed it.
It is already fixed. That's why we are receiving the oranges. The line is ready to run.
Yes. That's what I wanted to be clear before I start making my message. The spare part was secured from South Korea, and now the spare part has been fixed by the technical team, and therefore the factory is functional. That should be the major reason, that the major point that should go out to the farmers, that the Soroti fruit factory had a small technical hitch, but now it has been fixed and the factory is now functional. And therefore, the citrus fruit farmers, including myself, should not be worried. I want farmers and the management of the company to sit and resolve that issue. You buy from me at 20,000, you come to the factory and sell at 100,000. You make government lose the vision in which the factory was established.
Those middlemen, they come and buy our oranges and bananas, a big bag at 25-30. At the night, they bring those oranges to the factory here. And then secondly, even at the price which the factory is buying, at 500 a kilogram, it is not fair.
It doesn't make sense. Let's be frank. Let's be frank, you management of the factory, you the companies that are certified to supply to the factory, be honest, be frank to the farmers.
So let's meet on the Saturday before election.
Okay.
The children of soldiers and market workers in Wakiso district have accepted to campaign for the NRM presidential candidate, Yoweri Museveni, ahead of the 2026 presidential polls scheduled for January 15th, 2026.
The groups officially launched their campaign activities in Chira Municipality, Wakiso District, emphasizing peaceful participation in the electoral process. They also appealed to Ugandans to maintain peace during the electoral process with focus on unity and national development.
Much out of the down route women, and both women and the women and the men as well. They've really told us great for the government.
They've told us, given us advantages of farming different crops like maize. We were with this other old adage mentality, thinking that having maize means you're just going to get flour out of it.
Speaking at the gathering, the leader of the Children of Soldiers and head of Jenga Taifa, Naguja Mariam, encouraged members to remain hardworking and disciplined.
As Children of Soldiers,
is campaigning for our president and educating our people in Chira how to come out of poverty by engaging in two government projects. A leader who is in good terms or works together with the government. Definitely just know that your village or district will benefit.
Naguja also called upon women and market workers to embrace entrepreneurship and actively engage in income-generating activities to improve their livelihoods.
Our people to engage themselves into farming, beekeeping, and maggot keeping or worm keeping.
Several participants who attended the meeting expressed strong support for President Museveni in the final drive of his campaign trail on January 12, 2026.
Let's vote not anything, but let's vote NRM, let's vote the bus.
So as a contesting councillor, I believe I am going to make sure that this time around Chira division, people do not vote out of happiness.
Jamil Sekaja compiled this report.
Dr. Kiza Besigye and Haji Obed Lutale have asked the High Court Criminal Division to stay proceedings and grant them bail pending the determination of an application they filed in the Constitutional Court challenging the legality of the proceedings before the High Court. The application was, however, opposed by the prosecution, demanding for court consideration to dismiss the application on grounds that it is intended to delay the trial and lacks merit.
Retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besigye, Haji Obed Lutale and Captain Oral Dennis appeared before the High Court Criminal Division, presided over by Judge Emmanuel Baguma, for scheduling and pre-taking. The trio faced charges of treason and misprision of treason, offences which prosecution alleges that were committed in Kenya, Greece, Switzerland and Kenya. Although court was set to read the charges and schedule the case for hearing, the accused, through their lawyers, asked court to hold the proceedings pending the hearing of their Constitutional Court application.
Once you have stayed the proceedings, it's axiomatic that the right to bail has to follow. And my lord, you don't have no idea as to when the Constitutional Court will dispose of the matter. You have no idea. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, or a month, and it's the reason, my lord, in Article 137, Clause 7.
The defense prayed to court that the accused be granted bail, noting that they have been on remand for 13 months.
This is not the first treason case. In both cases was admitted to bail, and both cases he attended court as required until the prosecution.
The presented sureties include Ibrahim Semujunganda, Mohindo Tone, Philip Wafula Ogutu, Kato Isaac Lutale, and Amina Lutaya Najita, the wife to Haji Obed Lutale.
The idea that one should be a professional to be a surety is even dangerous because we have a profession called surety at some point.
However, the prosecution opposed the application, stating that it is a deliberate attempt to delay the trial.
This application is a disguised appeal, which is nowhere in the procedures of the law. You can't appeal to the same court, and this is not an application for revision.
The prosecution cited that it is deemed repeatedly delaying tactics by the defense since the commencement of the case. The prosecution also informed the court that the grounds raised by the accused have previously been considered and overruled by the same court.
You made a decision on this application, my lord, and we invite you to take judicial notice of the ruling where you actually, my lord, your lordship, dismissed an application by the applicants to stay criminal session number 335 of 2025.
The prosecution also submitted that the accused are likely to interfere with the ongoing investigations, and the prosecution witnesses if released on bail, hence asking court to dismiss the application.
Submission is redundant, and we invite this court to treat it with redundancy it deserves. Because the consumer of that kind of submission is the Constitutional Court, not this court, my lord.
Following the linked submissions from both sides, Judge Emmanuel Baguma adjourned the case and set 23rd December 2025 this week to deliver his ruling on the raised issues. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nance Subuga, UBC News.
We'll take a short break and return with the latest in business.
The program has met our expectations in that it has been able to give us business.
They gave us a contract where we did a renovation at their head office.
MTN trained us in their procurement process and also the IT technology.
I was struggling with managing the finances of the company. So when I went for that training, I was able to improve in financial literacy and management.
Are you a female entrepreneur looking to do business with MTN? Log on to www.mtn.co.ug/AWE. Together, our progress is unstoppable.
Kabogos, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namagund to get NSSF services. Rekanawe. You walk on the era. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you. Come on, the Pakabanda. You can register for NSSF. I'll contribute to your Simate life. Never deep down in the Barara. Make NSSF payments. No Hala Okubekarangala. NSSF sure is not far. But tomorrow Kuhika Gotido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account to Ubeda. NSSF, a better life.
Starting with 100,000 shillings, you begin building real financial strength, because wealth doesn't just happen, you build it. And the ones who start early end up ahead. Every deposit, every month, every little increase. This is how your money grows into wealth. Put your money to work with the experts at SBG Securities. Partner with us today on your investment journey.
SBG Securities. Keep growing for you, for them, forever.
Blue Christmas is near. Spread the festive cheer all December with great deals right here. Shop online with Market by Momo. We deliver. Log on to market.momo.africa. Use the MyMTN app or the new Momo app to register and shop online. Market by Momo is from MTN and powered by MasterCard.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
Unisteel Investment Uganda Limited, shaping the future of steel in East Africa and beyond. With an investment of over $100 million and a production capacity of 300,000 metric tons per annum, Unisteel is setting new standards in steel manufacturing. At our state-of-art facility, we produce TMX rebars, branded Unis TMX 500 CWR, and high-quality wire rods using only imported virgin steel billets. Every batch is tested and tracked for unmatched quality assurance. Our steel powers the region's most ambitious projects, from dams, skyscrapers, to bridges and beyond. Unisteel, superior quality, trustworthy choice.
Techno, the global partner of AFCON 2025.
Starting with 100,000 shillings, you begin building real financial strength, because wealth doesn't just happen, you build it. And the ones who start early end up ahead. Every deposit, every month, every little increase. This is how your money grows into wealth. Put your money to work with the experts at SBG Securities. Partner with us today on your investment journey.
SBG Securities. Keep growing for you, for them, forever.
Business news now, and the Microfinance Support Center has supported Mbale United Bouncers Association with a seed capital grant worth 20 million shillings in professional state-of-the-art gym equipment. MSC Eastern Regional Manager Francis Eloku told UBC that the strategic funding initiative covers the entire Eastern region. It started with the bouncers in Kamuli, then Jinja, and now Mbale.
Each member. But I would request that they continue saving in their session so that they can strengthen their session.
This strategic funding initiative has progressively expanded across the region, starting with the bouncers in Kamuli, then Jinja, and now reaching Mbale.
The machines we have got, we feel like at least in the 6 months to come, we shall be more further better than what we have been having before.
The National Bouncers Federation and the Bouncers Association of Uganda are behind this journey that started several years to professionalize the bouncing profession, turn it into a viable income-generating activity, uplift households, and ultimately enable bouncers to invest in even larger business ventures.
This is the way to go. These are Ugandans. They are doing a great work in Mbale. They are supporting us as security organs.
It is often young people, idle, jobless, and desperate, who can be easily trapped into criminality. Having a masculine body like our dear bouncers is an added advantage.
Now that they have means of survival, it will be very difficult, for example, for a political party or anybody who wants to use them to commit crime, to engage them.
Criminal masterminds know this. That is why they mostly target campaign seasons to recruit vulnerable youth into dubious activities for their own selfish gains.
The girl in Kawempe involved young people who are used to commit crime. They go in an area and within 10-20 minutes, they have robbed.
It is not the size of the seed that determines the harvest. It's the quality of the soil, the diligence of the farmer, the patience to let roots grow deep before expecting fruit.
Whatever they save, they can be able to buy more equipment as we are trying to monitor what they are doing in their session.
Sports news now, and the Nile Special National Open Pool Championship has climaxed with mouth-watering action, followed by a full house at the Ebten Arena, Lugogo. John Van Centamo reports.
Cesar Chandigarh rolled back the years to reclaim the Nile Special National Open Pool Championship at the Lugogo Indoor Stadium. Chandigarh, who previously won the 2023 edition, edged Upper Volta teammate Rashid Wagaba 9-5 in a largely one-sided final that had begun pretty well for Rashid Wagaba, who led 2-0. Along the way, Chandigarh beat Asuman Sozi, Alan Kaiwa, Eric Mugabo, Julius Semanda, Ibra Kayanja, and Joseph Kasozi. The victory makes Chandigarh only the third player after Bwanika Mansour, Fad Sewankambo, and Jonathan Rije to win the national championship on 2 occasions or more. Chandigarh celebrated the triumph on the floor alongside his Zambian wife and mother.
Oh, I feel so happy the fact that I have all my loved ones here, my fans, everyone actually. I really feel so happy, I feel good, I feel very excited. The match was all about doing my best. I was trying to do my best, and that's it.
In the women's final, Rashida Mutesi claimed her maiden national crown, beating defending champion Maron Kisache 7-4 to cap a memorable year. Save for little-known Barbara Luchicha, Mutesi beat seasoned contenders including Zaibat number 4, Sharon Mirembe and former champion Brittany Musima, whom she ousted on penalties in a nerve-wracking semi-final.
That's all we had time for. Thank you so much for having kept us company. On sign language, it's been Ntungamo Yusuf and I'm Rukidi Kiijjanangoma, wishing you a blessed night.
Sonic, official sponsor of the AFCON Total Energies 2025. Engine on, passion on.
Power your moment. Techno, the global partner of AFCON 2025.
Steel Investment Uganda Limited, shaping the future of steel in East Africa. Steel of 300,000 metric tons per TMX rebars, branded Unis TMX 500.